Hey guys, this is Paleolithic Alpha Kodoinu. I just read Bleach Manga chapter 611. If anything I've learned from watching and reading Bleach Manga and anime is you can never be too overpowered in that anime. Ichigo somehow ends up being ends up gaining new and different powers. I know the main characters do this so they can overcome bad guys and whatever, but Ichigo just seems to become a whole different race entirely, altogether, a whole different class with each arc. First he was human, or supposedly human. Then he was Substitute Soul Reaper. Then he had hollow moments. Then he turned up being a visor. Then he ended up using full brain. Then he ended up being part Quincy. I don't even know anymore. I really don't. I was surprised he wasn't part Bount in like the Bount arc. I was really surprised he wasn't part Bount because I thought they was gonna pull some crap like that. But I just really don't know about it. And then you see Aizen. Aizen had one of the most overpowered abilities with his sword, with his Zanpakuto. The moment you see it, you're just screwed. Your senses are just screwed the moment you look at it. The moment you look at it being unsheathed and whatever, you're screwed. You're screwed. The only person that hasn't seen it was Ichigo. Everybody else was just literally screwed. And even if you get past that, you throw aside his Zanpakuto's ability to confuse the crap out of your senses and for him to just beat you with just confusing you, he was powerful for no apparent reason. I mean, he didn't do, as far as I know, he didn't have some super ridiculous amount of training. He was just ridiculously powerful for no reason. I mean, yeah, he was super smart or whatever, but his physical strength, all of this stuff was just out of the window. He beat back people that are just ridiculous. It was and the thing is, even on top of that, he had the Hyokyoku. I don't know what you call it. But he had that, and that kept on increasing his strength and making him change forms like a butterfly and crap. And when he was in this chrysalis stage, he beat Yoruichi, Kisuke, and Ichigo's dad, which I consider some of the top three strongest people. He beat all three of them effortlessly. I just thought he was overpowered for no reason, for no apparent reason whatsoever. And even after he broke out of the chrysalis stage and finally evolved, he just kept on getting stronger. It was just ridiculous. And it's kind of, and it kind of puts things in perspective. This is Aizen. He blitzed all the captains. He nearly took down the Soul Society himself. It wasn't for Ichigo. And you have this Quincy dude, Juhabach. And Juhabach considers him and Ichigo part of him, Ichigo, and Kenpachi. I'm not sure if I got this right or whatever, but he considers them three people that should be carefully watched for because they can change the tides of everything. And even then, Juhabach is offering Aizen a chance, and Aizen refuses, and Juhabach just brushes it off like it's nothing. And then you have Juhabach himself. If there's nothing more overpowered than the fact that he can give himself powers. He can just give himself powers. And the fact is, all these Quincy's have pieces of his power. So when they die, they get defeated, they go back to him and they increase his power. Therefore, the more of his Quincy's die, the stronger he gets. It doesn't really matter to him that all his Quincy's die. It makes him stronger. And then on top of that, he's not even using his eyes. Because his weird eyes, his ability, the Almighty, which is overpowered as fuck, the moment he looks at something with his three pupils or whatever he sees becomes useless. Whatever he sees becomes powerless against him. And I'm just like, it doesn't make no damn sense. Like, it leaves like almost little to no windows of actually beating him. Now I'm curious to what Ichigo can pull out of his ass this time to beat that ability. it cancels out everything it sees, or that's what I'm interpreting from it. Maybe I'm interpreting the wrong thing, but Ichibei got beat, and Ichibei used all the stops on this dude. Ichibei was like the leader of the Zero Division, and he got beaten. The dude got exploded into pieces. And that was brutal. That was brutal. He got exploded into pieces and literally died. So I thought it was just pretty bad. It was just pretty bad. And Ichibei barely is alive because Ichigo said his name. And I thought Ichibei was pretty epic for that. The fact that you can come back from your name being said and absorbing some of the energy from somebody, reconstructing yourself, that's cool. It's really cool. I thought that was pretty freaking epic itself. But Juha Bach, for Pete's sake, is overpowered. He's overpowered. Aizen versus Juha Bach, just judging from his ability, the Almighty, I would say the Hyokyoku, there's no amount of evolution that the Hyokyoku could go through that would beat Juha Bach, because it would be useless because of his ability, the Almighty. And come on now, we have, sure, Aizen beat the captains and everything, but he didn't get to the Zero Division, so that's a difficult one there. Kudo Inu out, like, comment, rate, subscribe. The ending was very vague. I'm not sure if Juha Bach stabbed the Soul King already, because if he did, then what the freak? Can they heal the Soul King? And then there was something about him being his father or some father or whatever, and predicting this, and I'm just so lost. The Soul King reminds me of Aizen in his chrysalis form. I'm just so lost. What is the Soul King? I'm hoping in the next chapter we get some information on who the freak the Soul King is, what he does. Is he Juha Bach's father? If he is, I'm just gonna be mind fucked a little bit more. Sorry for the cussing. I'm sorry. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, share. Kudo Paleolithic Alpha Kudo Like my Facebook page, Paleolithic Alpha Kudo Bye.